ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। ॐ नमो नारायणाय।
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्यः कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि।
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्।
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
श्रीमान् वेङ्कटनाथार्य कवितार्किककेसरी वेदान्ताचार्यवर्यो मे सन्निधत्तां सदा हृदि। रामानुजदया पात्रं ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यं वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्। திரொன்று தோப்பல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் ஆரொன்று சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஓரொன்று தானேமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேர
So now, let me recall for the sake of the new, today our new attendance. So I want to repeat. So aham engira padattale. So because the word aham has been used, so Lord uses it. Lord uses it. There is no mistake in Lord using it. No conditions for the Lord. No restrictions for the Lord. He is a Swatantra. We are all dependent. He is a Swatantra, we are Aswatantra, we are Paratantra. And therefore, he can use it. He can use the word aham. Whereas when we use it, will be mistaken as what we call insolent, proud, haughty, possessive, and so on. So this is in order that he wants to show his independence, he uses the word aham. Number one. Number two, since he is engaged in a sport called punishing the individual souls according to the actions that they performed, namely negative actions that they did not stop. So they must have followed scriptures, but they disobeyed the scriptures. And therefore, their bad deeds will give punishment to the individual souls. And the word aham tells us, the word aham means I. Ranganath Priya Swami. So aham means I. So the I tells you the power of the Lord, because he is omnipotent, that he is playing the game of giving punishment to the individual souls who know, who have the wisdom, who know the knowledge, who have the knowledge. What knowledge? So they know that the individual soul is different. The Atma, Jivatma is different from Paramatma. Paramatma is Antaryami, but Jivatma is different from the body. So he knows all the individual souls we are talking about. All of them know that there's a difference between the Jivatma, the individual soul, what you call life, and the body, physical body. They are not one and the same. Though we now today, when we practically use the letter I, we are mixing it. We are unfortunately mix it, but we know that. We know it. We know it fully well. Again, we know the difference between the Jivatma and the Paramatma also. Paramatma is Antaryami, inner soul in the body, and we know the difference. So even in spite of our knowing difference, we commit mistakes. So in order to punish us for the mistakes committed, the letter Aham, the word Aham is mentioned. This is point 2. The third point is, though Lord has been playing with us, Leela Vibhuti is the name of the place where he has wide choice of games. In Vaikuntha, what we call Nitya Vibhuti, there is no opportunity for him to play any game. So after playing a game of punishing the individual souls, he takes pity on them. He takes pity on all the individual souls who know the differences between, number one, the soul and the body, the supreme soul and the individual soul. That is the third meaning. Fourth meaning, because he is merciful, because he is compassionate, he is ready to bless us. So his blessing attitude is the next meaning. So, again, next meaning will be, so he plays the game. Now previously he played the game with some sadness. Now he is happily playing the game. How? So because he is very happy with the people who surrendered to him, and therefore he is ready. He is protecting them. He is saving them from all troubles, and therefore, even when the individual souls who have surrendered to the Lord thought of or think of the present time, tense, think of um, the beautiful, auspicious qualities of the Lord. Um, he is happy with them. He is happy with them. And when he is happy with them, he is ready with to hand over moksha. So the next meaning is, aham is understood as one who is capable of giving moksha. At the time of his enjoying the protection given to the individual souls by him, that meaning individual souls who have surrendered. There is a difference between all individual souls and those who are surrendered. Then last but one, nobody can prevent him doing anything. Whether he is engaged in enjoying the punishment given to the individual souls for their errors, commissions and omissions, and when he is enjoying his own protection of the individual souls who have surrendered to him, nobody can at any time prevent his action. And therefore, aham. Therefore, he said aham. Nobody can command him. Nobody can order him. Nobody can control him. Therefore, he said aham. Lastly, he has created what is called time. Time sense is created by him. And therefore, he has created time and he allows the time to restrict him in certain situations. So he can go out of the time. He is beyond time. And therefore, he doesn't need an assistant to do all these things. Say, for example, he wants to show sympathy, no need for assistance. He doesn't need help from any quarters to be sympathetic towards the individual souls. Getting ready to give moksha, emancipation to the individual souls who are surrendered, enjoying the sport of punishment to the erring individual souls, ERRING. And then finally, happy to grant beatitude the moment he wants to protect the surrendered souls. So no need of assistance. And therefore aham. I can do it by myself. So aham is aham. Even without aham, the word smarami next comes. Smarami is I remember. So you need not say I. I can be put in brackets, and aham need not be mentioned. So why aham is mentioned? The reasons were given. So smarami means present tense. So that doesn't mean, smarami doesn't mean that he forgot us. Smarami doesn't mean that he is going to forget us. Both are not there. So smaranam, remembrance, memory is ever in him. So please do not suspect the Lord that he had forgotten us. Because normally when we suffer a lot, we used to say he forgot us. And we don't know what is in store for us in future. Therefore, we have a doubt, apprehension that whether he will protect us in future also. Therefore, so don't mistake the future and the past of the Lord in the case of memory, with regard to memory. Now, our condition is already said, Kasta Pashana Sannibam. The dead body is like the log of wood and a stone, a still stone, an inert object. Both are inert objects. The kasta, the log of wood, has no fire also in it, as Ramanujacharya said in his Sriranga Gadyam, Daru Vannivat. Daru Vannivat. Daru is teak wood. Vanni means fire. So let us understand there that Lord is there as a fire into the wood. But our the dead body lies down like a log of wood in the sense there is no fire. Meaning the fire is here, the life. The life is here, Jivatma. Otherwise called individual soul. So Kasta Pashana Sannimam. Exactly like a log of wood and a stone. We go further. So Engira Irandalum. Now why did he say these two sentences? One expression, Kasta Pashana Sannibam, Jivatmanam, meaning Jivatmanam. The individual soul has left the body, the life has come out of the body, but he describes, Lord describes it as like a log of wood and like a stone. So again he said, I remember. And therefore, so these two expressions, one is a sentence, full sentence, the other one is an expression. So what is the purpose of these two? Namely, Mam Dhyati Purusha Vyakraha Tataha Me Tadgatam Mana. So we think that we are all capable of doing anything. We have what we call pride, insolence, haughtiness, and so on. Madaha, we can say Garvaha, and so on. So now, after understanding clearly by the word aham, that means he is independent and we are dependent. He can be everywhere, we cannot be everywhere at the same time. We cannot create, he can create. He is the husband of Mahalakshmi and We are never. And therefore, understanding these differences and also understanding our helplessness, because the body which has been working for many years, say 70, 80, 90, now lies inert, lies still. Uh, we see the body lying still. And therefore, what does he do? Now he is given intelligence to meditate upon. Meditate upon whom? Mom, me. So you meditate upon me. So he gives us the intelligence. After coming out of the body, physical body, Purusha Vyagraha. Purusha Vyagraha means best man. Best man meaning best individual soul. Best individual soul meaning he has been blessed with the Lord, with the mind to think better or think good. So Purusha Vyagraha, Purusha, the man who has got Lord as inner soul. Already I explained to you in Sanskrit also. So Vyagraha, tiger, when we say man is like a tiger or man tiger, it means best man. Tiger can kill animals easily. It is ferocious. Purusha Vyagraha is meaning best man. So best man, what does the best man do? Dhyati, meditates. Whom? Mom. So after coming out of the physical body as a human being, the privilege is given to the advantage is given to the individual soul who is the best and who meditates on the Lord, calling himself mom, me. Now what happens? Now what happens is, as soon as the Jivatma, no, don't say that the whole life the Jivatma was thinking of the Lord. Right, you are right. Jivatma is a good Jivatma. Individual soul is a good individual soul. Let us take only good individual soul. So the good individual soul has been thinking of the Lord 24/7 throughout his life. Okay, but it is not enough. So we need more blessings after the death also. The individual soul becomes the best. The individual soul has been good. Now it has become the best because it meditates further. It continues to meditate. It continues to meditate. For example, if one says, he made me die and therefore I don't like him, I hate him, I don't want to meditate upon him because, for example, at the young age one dies. He may blame the Lord. He may blame the Lord. Sometimes the baby is dead in the belly itself. It comes out and baby dies. So we call it abortion and so on. So fully grown baby also dies. So in all the cases, what happened? The individual soul may think that Lord is not merciful. Stillborn, yes. The child which dies earlier will also have a thinking that Lord has not blessed him sufficiently. And therefore, tataha, then if the best soul thinks of the Lord after death, then tataha, then me manaha, my mind, tadgatam, has gone to his soul. So tadgatam can give us another meaning. So I want to bless the body also. Not only the individual soul, aham smarami mad bhaktam. Bhaktam is the individual soul, life of the soul, life of the individual. I not only remember Bhaktaha, the devotee, namely the individual soul, plus his dead body also, Kashta Pashana Sandhi. என்கிற பிரகாரத்தை கழிக்கிறான். So the prakaram is a method. So kalikiran meaning The blame is avoided. The blame is avoided. The dead body also, as per the wishes of the Lord, is protected. The dead body also is protected. You know the ways of protection. Then Mad Bhaktam Aham Smarami என்கிறால் நித்திய அனுபவம் பெருகைக்கு ஒரு நினைவு பண்ணினவனை பற்ற நாமும் நித்திய அனுபவம் கொடுக்கைக்கு ஒரு நினைவை பண்ணுவதோம் என்றதாயிற்று. Now compare the individual soul with the supreme soul. The individual soul remembers him and therefore he is called as the best soul. He meditates, the individual best soul meditates on the Lord and therefore he is called as the best soul. And since the best soul remembers the Lord, Mat Bhaktam Aham Smarami, I remember him. The individual soul wants to have permanent experience without a gap of time. And when the soul, individual soul, aspires to remember 24/7 the Lord, then as the Lord, I want to remember. Reciprocal attitude. Because you remember me, I remember. That is why he said, Mad Bhaktam Aham Smara. How? This should be given example. When the individual soul thinks of the Lord thinks of him. But that doesn't mean, please don't take the opposite. Namely, the individual soul doesn't think of him and therefore Lord doesn't think of him. Don't go to that negative thinking. These are all some inputs that we must understand. Reading in between lines of Swami Vedanta Deshika in Rahasya Sikhamani. Now, what is the example? தாய் நினைந்த கன்றே ஒக்க என்னையும் தன்னையே நினைக்க செய்து தான் எனக்காய் நினைந்து அருள் செய்யும் அப்பன். I think Yashoda Swami will have to trace the Alvar's statement. I can do it, of course. So we compare a cow. We compare with a cow. The cow is Lord. The cow is Lord. The Lord remembers the creation. All creation. Don't think only human beings. The Lord remembers all the creation. Now, what is special about cow? Cow has, need not say even cow. It's a human mother also can be equated to cow. But we are talking about an animal which has less capacity than a human being, and it has feelings of affection towards its child. That's what we wanted to stress. That's why Alvar is stressing only on that. Don't think that human mother is not affectionate. So let us not remember the negative happenings now when the mother deserts the child. So we are not talking of negative aspect. So thai nininda kandre okka. No, because the cow remembers always the calf, the birth of the calf, it is conscious of. The cow is conscious of the birth of the calf. Why? Because it won't do it in a public place. It won't give birth to a calf in a public place. And it is our fortune to look at the birth of the calf while it comes out of the belly of the cow. It is said that the scene is very rewarding. It's what we call meritorious scene, that we have to see a cow giving birth to a calf. It's sometimes we may not get the opportunity. So whatever the thought of the cow is, that will be transferred to the cow. Now, this is also, of course, as we say, genetic, paramparagatam. The cow will be like the calf will be like the cow. Our children, for example, daughter or son, will be like the parents, no doubt about it, or grandparents, or somebody in the race. So they will remind us, their face will remind us someone in our family. Sometimes the exact Xerox is there. Child is just look like parents. So what I mean to say is, the thought of the cow is instilled on the calf. The calf reacts to it as natural as it is. Now the cow is the Lord here. We are the calves. So என்னையும் தன்னையே நினைக்க செய்து. How did the individual soul think of the Lord? Because he made us think of the Lord. He made us think of himself. Think of him. Number one. Number two, we call the soul as the best soul because the power of thinking has been given and direction of the thinking is given also by the Lord. So he makes us think of him, and that is okay. And why do we think of him? The next question is, why do we think of him? As calf, why does the calf think of the cow? Because generally speaking, we need something, some favor from the Lord. We need blessings of the Lord. What for? There are different purposes. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Whereas a soul is the best soul when he doesn't pray for himself, but for the Lord. தான் எனக்காய் நினைந்து. Only when you say that you want to pray to him to please the Lord, then you are the best soul. So whatever we do, should be directed towards pleasing the Lord. Otherwise, there is no use of our desire, because we have got a lot of desires to be fulfilled. Always our desires are unfulfilled, whereas he is called Avapta Samasta Kama. Though he is Avapta Samasta Kama, all his desires are fulfilled. He expects us to worship him. And why do we worship him? To make him happy. This is the blessing that he does. Arul Sheyyam Appan. Now, what is the purpose of dedicating all our actions to please the Lord? Because in that process, we will forget all our troubles. That is the main purpose. Don't think that we are doing it for the sake of dedication. So our problems are forgotten if they are not solved. என்னும்படியான. So remember, அருள் செய்யும் அப்பன் என்னும்படியான. Now, what should we feel? What should we feel? He expects us to do actions to please him. Are we satisfied? Are we contented in doing it? Are we ready to do it? If we are ready to do it, if we are ready to please him only and when we do not ask for anything else, then the last Purushartha is wanted by us. Moksha is wanted by us. Moksha meaning the proximity with him. We want to be near him. No, we can say already he is inner soul, Antaryami in our body, he is always near us. Okay, do we feel his presence? When you say you feel his presence, you are a good devotee. Yes, we feel his presence. We feel his divine presence everywhere because we are happy. When we suffer, do you think that he is nearby? No, that is the problem. When we are happy, we see his presence. When we are unhappy, we say he is absent. He is far away. When you want to say, point out to Paramapadam, you point out your fingers to the sky. Is the Paramapadam in sky? Or I don't know. So we have, so, so yeah, so final thinking will be our final goal. Our thinking will be final goal. So will we do it? Will we not think of dharma, artha and kama before moksha? Should we not enjoy the pleasures of this world without first going to moksha? So our memory, our remembrance must go up to at least moksha. If not starting with moksha, we cannot start with moksha. Therefore, our starting point is not moksha. Our ending point, destination should be moksha. And therefore, he said, Nayami Paramam. So the expectation of the Lord is the individual soul cannot stop with the first three goals of life. Suppose we want to have only first three, dharma and artha and kama, he is not ready to encourage us. So unless you are fighting for, rather aspiring for the last one, fourth human goal of life, he is not interested in us. And therefore, we can, for the sake of argument, I'm saying. So he says, I take the person bhakta, aham smarami mad bhaktam, nayami paramam gatim. I'm taking him to the highest destination. There are some many beauties as you understand. The small words have got deeper meaning.
Ramanujadaya Bhadram Jnanairagyapura Eva Venkadanathāryam Vande Vedanta Desikam Kavitarkika Simhaya Kalyana Gunadhaline Srimate Venkatesaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha Vadidvi Bashiro Banka Panchanana Paragrama Shima Venkada Natarya Chirum Vijayada Uvim Tironru Dopadragada Mudaya Parundru Zona Paramuriyur Orundru Dane Amayado Dharaniyur Varvarguvaneza Omalavu
रामानुजदया पात्रम् ज्ञानवैराग्यभूषणम् श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथार्यम् वन्दे वेदान्तदेशिकम्
कवितार्किकसिंहाय कल्याणगुणशालिने श्रीमते वेङ्कटेशाय वेदान्तगुरवे नमः
சீரொன்று தூப்புல் திருவேங்கடமுடையான் பாரொன்றச் சொன்ன பழமொழியுள் ஊரொன்று தானே அமையாதோ தாரணியில் வாழ்வார்க்கு வானேரப் போமளவும் வாழ்வு.
ஓம் நமோ நாராயணாய. ஓம்